Today we are going to see how different teams could have won the World Cup by screwing around with tournament formats until eventually we land on one where different teams win. Messi fans, this is for you. We are going to try different formats of the World Cup until Argentina somehow win that final against me. All right, yeah, Spain win the actual IRL World Cup, so they get one win here. Uh, Now starting off with the Formula One format. So the team that secures the biggest win of each match day gets 25 points, and then 18 points, and then 15, and then 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1. If less than 10 teams win each match day due to there not being enough teams, then the lower point scoring positions will be skipped. Tiebreaker, if two teams win by the same margin, is FIFA ranking. So yeah, here's an example from the first match day. Here's the results from the second match day. We have Canada winning 25 points for Portugal in 18 and Netherlands for 15. For match day 3, Senegal win the match day with a 5-0 win. Belgium and France in second and third, followed by Brazil, Mexico, and a bunch of other guys. In the round of 32, Spain and France top the table with 3-0 wins, followed by Mexico, USA, and Switzerland with 2-0 wins. In the round of 16, we actually had to delete the 9th and 10th place spots because there were only 8 teams that actually won games in the round of 16. You have to win games to be eligible for points, otherwise you don't finish. Now in the quarterfinals, Argentina got 25 points for winning 3-1, followed by France, Spain, and England. In the semifinals, we had Spain with the 2-0 win in first place, and Argentina in the second place with 2-1 win. Uh, Now the third place playoff was also counted as a match day, so England got 25 points for that, and Spain got 25 points for winning the final. So the final point totals for the F1 format is Germany and Canada on 25 points, Mexico and Morocco on 26, the USA on 27, uh, Belgium on 49, England on 61, France on 69, Argentina on 83, and Spain on 110 points. So, which means Spain also win the World Cup if we have the F1 format instead. Now, moving on to the 24 Hours of Nurburgring form. I've definitely mispronounced that. Anyway, because the Nurburgring is decided by the team that travels the most distance, the team that travels the most air distance total wins the tournament. With air distance is calculated by distance from a team's previous stadium to the next stadium, rounded to the nearest kilometer. So travel to other places in between match days is not included. We just pretend teams teleport to the next stadium. Now, the final results of this format are Bosnia in 10th place. All numbers next to a team are measured in kilometers. Morocco in ninth, Ecuador in 8th, Argentina in 7th, Norway in 6th, Canada in 5th, Algeria in 4th, Colombia in 3rd, England in 2nd, and winning the World Cup with a total air distance of 12,603 kilometers, Spain. So Spain have now won in all 3 formats. Great. Now moving on to the futsal format. Yeah, we're now going to be trying other sports. Because futsal only consists of two 20-minute halves, which is 40 minutes of playtime, we will only be considering 40 minutes of playtime, which is the goal scored in the first half of the game. Now, I will link to the website I use to help me do the rest of the formats in the description. So these are the screenshots from the website. Uh, yeah, only results from the first half are counted. Tiebreaker was the tiebreaker for if the tiebreaker for if in the knockout stage two teams were tied after the first half is we would just default to the actual IRL result. So yeah, now because the teams advancing to the knockout stage are different, for the next new formats, if a team is in a knockout match they are not supposed to be in, they will just replace the team that is supposed to be there. So in this case, the first game of the tournament will be of the knockout stage will be Ivory Coast versus Sweden, when in actuality it was Germany versus Paraguay. So Ivory Coast will inherit all of the stats Germany had in that game, and Sweden will inherit all of Paraguay's stats. And then the winner of that game, which would be Sweden, will inherit the stats Paraguay had against France, and so on. So yeah, here's the bracket that was generated. The teams are a little bit cut off on the bottom. The team names, I don't know why the website did something wrong when generating these images, but we have Spain beating New Zealand in the final somehow because New Zealand beat New Zealand beat Australia and then knocked out Argentina because they replaced Egypt, and then knocked out Bosnia, and then they knocked out Senegal. Somehow Senegal finished third, by the way. They beat France 4-0 in the bronze match because England were 4-0 up at halftime and Senegal took England's spot. So Spain has still won every single format so far. Next up is the gymnastics format. The team that has the player with the highest score rating wins the game 1-0 automatically. The eight best third place teams are determined by the third place teams with the highest average rated player. Some games I did have to have some teams win 2-0 in a few games just to ensure that the correct eight third place teams would actually advance to the knockouts. Here's the results from Group A. I mean, the groups mostly stayed the same because if you win we have Paraguay finishing second in Group D, and Curacao beat Ecuador. But yeah, if you win the game, your player usually ends up getting the highest rating, so that's how that happened. Cabo Verde got grouped though because Saudi Arabia beat Cape Verde and Uruguay on this format. Egypt win the group, followed by Iran and then Belgium. And yeah, Colombia still win Group K. So moving on to a knockout stage, we had Argentina actually winning the final because of Emi Martinez's performance. Uh, now this now this in the bronze match we had Scotland versus Egypt, and now Scotland versus England, and Scotland won big. The other semi-final was not France versus Spain, but Scotland versus England. So Scotland versus Egypt, and Egypt won that, but then lost the fight. Yeah, this just shows that Egypt still can't beat Argentina even if the format was dumb, and they somehow got in the World Cup final against them. Which means finally Messi fans can rejoice. There is a timeline where Argentina win the World Cup. All it takes is for the format to be replaced with gymnastics from the Olympics. Now for the wrestling format. In this format, in order to score a point, instead of putting the ball in the goal, you foul the opposition. If the number of fouls is equal, then the IRL result will take precedence. In which we actually have Czechia, Qatar, and Haiti winning their groups because odds are the team that loses commits more fouls. For that same reason, we have Paraguay, Curacao winning Group B and Group E. Japan actually won Group F. Japan actually committed quite a lot of fouls in the tournament. Iran and New Zealand went through in Group G. Saudi Arabia finished second because they committed more fouls than Uruguay and Cabo Verde in their games. And Iraq actually finished third because they outfouled Senegal 10-11. Austria won Group J. Uzbekistan and Panama win their groups also. Jordan went through. So moving on to the knockout stage, Argentina also won in this timeline. They beat Switzerland 25-21 in the final. And in the bronze match, Bosnia beat Sweden 14-8. We had Curacao, Jordan. We had Curacao and Jordan both making the quarterfinals. Spain got eliminated in the round of 32 by Jordan. where did France got eliminated by Curacao? So yeah, if the format was wrestling, Argentina would have also won, which honestly makes sense considering how in the final against Spain, Argentina had more attempted murders than attempted goals. Now for the Olympic shooting format. In this format, instead of scoring when you put the ball in the net, you just score every time you shoot. A tie is broken by actual real life result. South Africa win Group A, followed by South Korea and Czechia. Mexico actually get grouped here. Canada win Group B, Morocco win Group C. The USA win Group D. Turkey actually make it through in this timeline. Their 62 shots against Paraguay and Australia with 0 goals actually count for something this time. Germany and Sweden win their groups. Uh, yeah, Cabo Verde failed to make it out the knockouts this time, unfortunately. But yeah, Senegal actually get second in Group I because they did outshoot Norway. And yeah, Panama actually finished second in Group L because Panama actually had quite a lot of shots compared to the other teams. Now in the knockout stage, Spain still win. We still had the same final with Spain winning 20-2 instead of 1-0, which honestly would have been a fairer result than 1-0. Argentina did not deserve to only lose that 1-0. Argentina did not try to win that game, and honestly, it could have been 5-0 if Spain's finishing wasn't terrible. But yeah, it turns out Spain win anyway because their playstyle involves just suffocating the opposition to the point where they can't shoot. So yeah. Now moving on to the golf format. In golf, the objective is to have the lowest score. Therefore, every goal a team scores is actually counted as a goal for the opposition. So Spain, Argentina, France, England, and any other good football team have no chance of winning. Now in Group A, this usually results in the worst team winning the group. So Czechia, Qatar, and Haiti can win their groups. Turkey, Curacao, and Tunisia win their groups also. New Zealand, Saudi Arabia, and Iraq win their groups. Every single big team is getting their ass grouped. So we have Jordan, Uzbekistan, and Panama winning their groups, and Argentina, Portugal, and England all getting eliminated. So moving on to a knockout stage, we have like no good teams left. It's all just random teams. And the winning team is actually it's not Qatar or Jordan or some random team. It's actually Sweden winning against Korea 1-0 in the final because Sweden took Japan's spot and Japan lost to Brazil. In real life, Japan lost to Brazil, who then lost to Norway, who then lost to England, who then lost to Argentina, who then lost to Spain. So that did mean that whoever took Japan's spot, which was Sweden, did actually go through to win the entire tournament. Canada beat Croatia 6-4 in the bronze match. First, Canada, best performing host nation. So yeah, in the golf format, it's actually Sweden who win. Now moving on to the MasterChef format, this is where the video's kind of gonna go off the rails. The team with the highest ranking in Taste Atlas's top 100 cuisines ranking automatically wins each match 1-0. If neither team made the top 100, the game ends 0-0. Some results were also changed to 2-0 just to ensure that the 8 third place teams with the highest culinary ranking would advance. Mexico, Canada, and Brazil win their groups. South Africa, Qatar, Scotland, and Haiti getting grouped. Turkey, Germany, and Japan winning their groups also. Turkey and Japan actually had pretty high culinary ratings. They could go far here. Egypt win Group G, Spain win Group H, and France win Group I as expected because it's France. And Argentina, Portugal, and Croatia actually win Group L ahead of England, largely because British cuisine consists of beans and fish and chips, and like that's it. Now in the final, we actually had Portugal winning the final against Spain, which means Ronaldo fans can celebrate here. There is a timeline where Ronaldo can win a World Cup. All it takes is for FIFA to change the format to be a cooking competition instead of football. Japan beat Mexico 1-0 in the bronze game. Argentina were eliminated in the round of 16 by the USA. By the USA. Germany were eliminated by France, who then lost to Japan. So, which means, yeah, Portugal win the MasterChef format. So there is a way for Ronaldo to win the World Cup. Now, finally, we have the Scrabble format. In every game, each team scores the same number of points per game as the number of points their country's name is worth in English Scrabble. SOFA score team names were used, so Ivory Coast will be referred to as Côte d'Ivoire, etc. Tiebreaker, if both teams had the same number of Scrabble points, is IRL FIFA ranking. So Czechia win their Group A, Bosnia and Herzegovina with their name is worth an insane 35 Scrabble points. So they win their group. Brazil win Group C. Paraguay win Group D. Ivory Coast and Netherlands can win their groups. Group G is won by New Zealand. Cabo Verde actually win their group with Spain getting eliminated in fourth place. And Iraq win Group I somehow because somehow Iraq, who are a four-letter nation, somehow have the highest scoring Scrabble word because of the Q. Jordan win Group J because of the J, with Argentina in second, Austria getting grouped, Portugal also getting grouped in Group K, despite having a pretty respectable 11 points because Uzbekistan had 25 and Colombia had 14, and Portugal dropped points to Congo due to tying against them. England went through in second place on 2 points because England, Croatia, and Ghana all had a Scrabble score of 9, and Panama swept them all with 10. Now, moving on to the knockout stage, the winner is Bosnia and Herzegovina because they had the longest name and therefore highest Scrabble score of 35. They beat Switzerland 35 to 24 in the final. The Czech Republic beat New Zealand in the third place game largely because the Czech Republic they both had Scrabble score of 23, but Czechia had a higher FIFA ranking. Now, in this timeline, England were eliminated by Colombia in the round of 32. Argentina lost to Cabo Verde in the round of 32 in this timeline, so it was possible for Cabo Verde to win that game. All it takes is for FIFA to replace the format with Scrabble. Germany lost to Brazil in the round of 16, who then lost to Czechia, who also beat France. Yeah, which means that Bosnia and Herzegovina win the Scrabble format. So yeah, what did we learn from all of this? Absolutely nothing at all. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.